Day 4 action would give us the outlook for the rest of the Montana Poker Series. The first heat of Day 4 would see 4 reactions: Sean Altman, Cy Benelli, Miki Zinovka, and Vandy Hermans. Miki Zinovka, quietly bleeding chips, would eventually push all in with King Queen, but would run into Cy Benelli's Ace King. Both of them would hit for 2 pair, but as Cy had the higher 2 pair, Miki would have to settle for 4th place and 3 points. Sean Altman, after a grueling stretch of hands, would find himself pushing all in with Queen 8 of hearts. Cy would call with his Ace Queen and no help on the board, would see Sean out in 3rd place and taking down 5 points. A series of all-ins would see the chip lead move from Cy to Vandy. Cy, undaunted, would attempt to stage a comeback, doubling up from just 800 chips. On hand 64, Vandy would push all in with pocket 9s, but Cy would call with Ace 7 suited, a la Johnny Jan versus Phil Hellmuth in the 1989 World Series of Poker. Except this time, the Ace hit. The final hand of the match would see Cy Benelli claim his victory, calling it all in with King 10 and hitting 2 pair on the flop over Vandy's Ace 9, giving him the victory in his first ever MPS heat. The second heat of the day would see Raging Tornado take on Cy Benelli, Monica Carmona, Sean Altman, and Bunny Kaplan. Of course, FFS Kid on the verge of elimination would also be trying to do damage control. To start off, Sean would remind us as to why he is a master of getting paid off with his big hands, flopping a straight. He would perfectly lure Bunny into the trap and get her to commit all in with the top set. No help on the turn of river, and he would nearly triple up. A hand after, would set up the first elimination by crippling FFS Kid. He would push all in with Ace Queen, get called by Sean's pocket 10s and Bunny's Ace King. Both the Queen and the King hit on the flop. Bunny would triple up, and FFS would be crippled with only 140 chips. He would push on with next hand with the King 6 suited, but he would run to Monica Carmona and Raging Tornado, who had Ace Queen and Ace Jack respectively. Both the Queen and the Jack would hit on the flop, and Raging would all in, getting a quick call from one. No help to either FFS or Raging on the turn of river. The FFS crippled and FFS eliminated, and Raging crippled. The next hand, Raging's pocket aces would crack as he pushed all in pre-flop, only to watch Moana flop a flush, leaving him on a runner draw. No help, and he would be out. Sean Altman would be well down to less than 3 times the big blind, would push all in with Ace 9, but Bunny would call with King 10 and hit for 2 pair by the turn. Drawing only to a Queen on the river, he would miss his gut shot and find himself eliminated. Bunny Kathleen would be dominating short stack, but repeated stackouts would strip her of most of her chips, forced to wall in with King 7, while Carmona would call with pocket aces and hit us out until her turn to score a knockout. Eventually, Cy would take over the chip stack and force Moana all in while holding Ace 10. His 10 would hit on the board, no help from Moana, so he knocked out in the second, giving Cy his second MPS victory in as many heats. The third heat of the day would feature 2 people already projected to advance, Cy Benelli and Slim Pippin, and they would take on Follow My Web Heroes and 80 and Reek Longstaff. Heroes and he would push all in on a Stone Cold Bluff, however his timing would be off as Cy Benelli was slow playing the nuts, which turned out to be quad 5s. He would be knocked out in 4th place and ends 3rd heat with a total of 10 points. Eventually, chips would get passed around and Cy would find himself on the losing end. He'd push all in with Jack 4 and get called by Slim Pippin's Ace King. An ace on the turn would spell out his elimination in 3rd place. At 25 points, he would have enough to be guaranteed a semi-final spot. Heads-up play would see several falls between the two until we came to the end stroke and pushed all in with Ace King on the flop, while Ace King high on the flop. Slim, who held pocket jacks, made the correct call despite an ace on the board, and would take down the heat and the 10 points. Before the final heat of the day, Jackie Debs would inform the MPS director that she is withdrawing from the Montana Poker Series. The final heat of the day would see 4 players in action. Maximum Velocity would be looking to do damage control. Sunshine Kid would look to clinch her semi-final seat. Mal Newcomb would automatically clinch hers. And Garmin Martin would be looking to overtake Vilnius Thurston as the MPS money leader. Mal Newcomb would be the first eliminated, pushing all in with 2 pair, but she would run into Sunshine Kid's set of 5s, no help on the river would see her out, but at 20 points she would now advance to the semi-finals. Maximum Velocity would eventually be blinded down to less than the big blind with respect to his stack, forced to all in as blinds came to him. He would watch helplessly as Sunshine Kid paired her non on the flop. As her second card matched one of his, he was clearly dominated, and no help on the turn river would leave him out in third and give him 5 points. The heads-up confrontation would see Garmin Martin go on decent running cards, coming in the final hand. Sunshine Kid would push all in with Ace High, and Garmin would call with his Jack High and draw 4 on the board to his turn to claim the win. This outcome would also have the effect of guaranteeing advancement to the semi-finals for Miki Zinovka and Raging Tornado. With 9 of the 20 spots claimed and only 4 people projected as eliminated, the final day will see 11 more qualifiers named. Who will they be? Will Miles survive with his 17 points? Will Vilnius Thurston take down the miracle win he needs to survive? Or perhaps will something else happen? Will Akira Lotus, with only 14 points, actually turn out to be good? Miles Market. Miles Market is now starting to look good, sitting at 17 points. However, we still cannot call it one way or another as to whether or not he will be advancing. So I guess there is nothing to say, but the answer to these will come tomorrow. I'm Valen's Thurston. See you later.